It seems like you have to be a very special type of person to be a police officer, right? Like the ones that appear to be the ones that are end up corrupt or take advantage of their power, they seem to have this kind of profile of they felt helpless in their lives when they were younger, maybe got bullied or, you know, they weren't the most popular ones in high school or something like that. And then when they get to having a position of power, they take advantage of it. What did you personally see from the ones that ended up doing things like that?
This is my own personal opinion. I think the power hungry people in the department probably never had power before. And when they got a little bit of power, they don't know what to do with it. And a lot of the corruption, um, I, my own personal opinion, corruption, they don't have any experience. They don't have any experience whatsoever. Like they have zero experience in the streets, you know,
So you're talking life experience.
life experience. They don't have enough life experience, and they got trapped into it. They got thrown into it. You know, it's it's like if you were in the streets doing illegal activities, it's like criminal 101. You know, a lot of these cops are getting caught for some stupid things. They're not making any money, you know, unless you're like bringing home millions of dollars. It's not even worth it for the corruption. I mean, your pension is worth more than that. You know, you're just spending a job.
Isn't there kind of a code of conduct that you're not supposed to tell on your brother in blue, basically? And like, if you are willing to, then it's like you're viewed as like, just as bad as a snitch, obviously, like in the street.
During my time, yeah, but now everybody's racing to rat on each other.
You're talking about as far as police officers go.
Police officers, hey, they call it the blue wall of silence, right? Isn't that what you're referring to? The blue wall of silence?
Right.
They have the blue wall of silence back then. I mean, why would they say if there isn't any truth to it? You know what I'm saying? But as far as now, no way. No. Because the system is in place where if you don't rat on your fellow officers, you're gonna get crushed by the department for failing to report.
Mm.
So you know something, you have to say something.
Now, when you see police corruption, like on TV or like when you saw it personally and stuff like that, did you feel like that was as bad as like when you saw betrayal in the streets being a gang member? Was it like similar to you in that same way?
Mm, rephrase that question again.
So like seeing, somebody tell on their own team, their own gang member, right? Like snitching on them and betraying the gang or something like that, or doing something to turn their back on them, right? It's obviously you're living by a code of honor, right? When you're a part of this group. Now, when you see like police officers betray their own code of honor of like upholding the badge and doing what is right and things like that, did you feel like that same sense of feeling of like kind of like this is so wrong what they're doing?
I don't have any comment on that because as far as corruption, um, me personally, I didn't see or witness any forms of corruption on. No, I mean from other cops.
Mhm.
I'm talking about. I'm only speaking on my own personal experiences. Corruption came my way because I was working solo. I was only one solo foot post cop. for 9 years working in Chinatown. So a lot of offers came my way. I didn't work with any other cops. Only occasionally, I'll be sent to work in a sector call with a partner, but I don't have a steady partner. And even then, I was exposed to corruption, people dropping money on my lap when my partner's sitting right next to me. Um, those are some of the stories I have, and it's in my book. But as far as me witnessing other cops who are corrupt, I gotta say 99.9% of the people in the department, they're not corrupt. It's just they only like to present those stories on TV and the news, and there's only a small fraction of those people, who ruin it for the rest.
Okay. So you think that it's presented misrepresented in the news?
Absolutely, absolutely. They'll Let's put it this way: if you're a NYPD officer and you do something wrong, you're gonna be in the front page of the newspaper. You're you're gonna make headlines. It doesn't matter how you could be going to Walmart and shoplift for something, Ted Lawson for a $10 idol. You're gonna make the news. So of course people gonna remember that, but they don't remember all the good things, right? Just like when a plane crash, people remember the plane crash, but it's safer to be in an airplane than driving in a car.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Wow. So, what is your reaction when you see these things being reported on the news? Do you have like any reaction, or you're just kind of like, yeah, it happens from time to time, but it doesn't represent
My-
us as a whole?
exactly. I'm thinking, what about the good things that they do day in and day out? How come the
Hmm.
reporters don't report that?
Yeah, sure, man.
I'm sure there's plenty of feel good stories that the cops do day in and day out. There's, 35,000 of them out there, and they go do a lot of good deeds, but they don't get reported.
If you could do it all over again, would you still become a detective again?
Oh, I never thought about that, but I don't know. Never thought about it, but if you know what? I never thought about that. I don't really look back and think about what if, what could have been. I just move forward. I push forward. I don't know.
Well, you tend to live life without regrets, so you don't regret becoming a detective, right?
No, I don't regret anything. It's just I accept. I accept whatever comes my way. I mean, I know for a fact being a detective, working those long hours, is going to take years of my life away, and it really took a toll on my health. But what am I gonna do? You know,
Do you think that
I don't know.
are you proud of the work that you did and you feel like you really made a difference in, the world?
I wouldn't say the world. I definitely made a difference in some people's lives. I definitely made an impact on some of the people I came across that I helped, and some of those people, who thanked me, and some of the cases I worked on, I gave it my all, and you know, that's it's a part of my job, and it's who I am. You know, it's what I would do for anybody. It not anybody. It all depends how you treat me.
Mhm.
I give the same energy back to you. That's how I am. So I'm just being truthful.